Greetings, bloggers, vloggers, followers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty with some things and clues about self-sabotage. I found this last night on a peer support group and I shared it to my Facebook and Instagram pages. And I just don't know if everybody recognizes it, but when you're sabotaging yourself, I'm not specifically talking about, being, with a weigh-in, and I've done that, and it's not the greatest, and I might share with that later. But the thing is, when you're self-sabotaging your mental health, that makes you hurt, and and it causes you to lapse in your recovery, and in your autism journey or whatever you might be facing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some tips about that today. Well, the first one is not asking for help. And sometimes I know, especially as autistics, it's hard for us to ask for help. We want to do things our way. When we see somebody else doing it another way, it just sets us off. It makes us upset. It doesn't set well with us. And to see that done and ask them, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of, you being professional, you being appropriate, and just being cordial. Um, Regretting praise is the next one. I have a hard time with this as an autistic. Um, Regretting praise, I do get praise, and I sometimes don't want to accept it because I feel it's just what everybody has to do. But I never look at the whole picture and see where I've come from, from 20 years ago or even 50, 30 years ago to now, and seeing how far I've progressed over time. And it's a struggle for me, but we're gonna we get there, and it takes time. And it just I just want to assure anybody who has challenges with autism or mental health right now, that give it time and do give those praises, because it is important, and someday we will thank you. And it took me a long time to realize that. It took me until my 30s to realize that when they give me praise for what I do, I need to accept it and own it. The next one is isolating when hurt. I isolate when hurt. I pout. And I hate to say that as a childish juvenile term at the age of 35, but it's true. I pout a lot when I see something that irritates me, or or it makes me feel sad, or just makes me feel upset, and I'll just crawl under my bed. And I like to get under a bed, and like to get under these. I feel a sensory relief with my comforter, and and my comforter is new, but it's just something I just like to do, and I'll do that for maybe a half an hour. But that's also a time you're sabotaging yourself instead of really facing the emotions and progressing the emotion and changing it out for the better. Saying yes to everything, that's a problem for me. I often say yes to too much, and sometimes I overflow, and that's what I wanted to tie in with yet with the last video about needing a mental health day. I say yes to too much stuff, and then I realize I need to either modify it, or change my way of doing it, or making it better, because it does make me feel better, and I need to work on me and focus on me and only me and what I need to get done. So I think just retooling your priorities is another key thing of that as well. Um, Putting your needs on hold. That's another that ties right into that. I've put my needs on hold. I put meeting with someone, or connecting with a service or something, and I don't want to do that. I realize I need to take them services and use them for what they're used for, to better myself, better my goal, and reach the end all dream. Um, Procrastination on an important task. Yeah, I do that too. Procrastination is a hard thing. You think autistic people are lazy sometimes, but really, we just don't want to do things, and that ties into being, having a procrastination with, being not so much lazy, but just we don't want to do it. I know for me, sometimes the general house cleaning or laundry is a struggle, but it gets done eventually. And when I do, I know that's my downtime, that I sit and I look at my Instagram, or follow up with my look at the followers, or and those following me, and look at their Instagram stories, and other social media channels as well. Um, the last one is trying to be perfect. I struggle for perfection all the time. I probably struggle too much, and I probably like to micromanage things, and I've been known to do that. But if it's as long as it's done satisfactory, I feel that that's important. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And I also have struggle with living with others' expectations. So it's a struggle. But when you realize those things, you have to realize that you have to take a step back and tie in with what I have in this video and the previous video, and look and retool yourself and rebuild. So it's very important that you do that every so often, so that you have your priorities in line, and that you can manage how you manage your mental health, your autism features, or your autism ways of thinking and thought. Just so you're assured that you can excel in life. Sometimes even I need to realize that, and I did this week. So I thank you for listening as always. Like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, on the web at Dustin'sDynastyUSA.com. I thank you for listening, and have a good week, everyone.